What a great business to support. Now, go to the Small Business First website, find small businesses in your area to support, and they're offering some great deals. Now, in response to the current economic conditions, the federal government is providing financial assistance to all Australians via a multi-billion-dollar stimulus package. So what's available to help small business? Both cash and resources. I caught up with the Minister for Employment Skills, Small and Family Business, Michaelia Cash. Michaelia Cash, thanks for joining us. As Small Business Minister, you travel the country being inspired by small business owners. Tell us some of the really good examples you've seen of business adapting during this pandemic.
Oh, David, you're right. Small business and inspiration, they go hand in hand. And I've been truly humbled by some of the stories of success during COVID-19. The gin and whiskey distillery that literally overnight saw an opportunity to manufacture hand sanitizer, saw a market. I have just been truly humbled by the willingness of small business to adapt overnight despite the challenges of COVID-19.
And the federal government is helping with some really big stimulus packages. The most obvious one is JobKeeper, which most small business owners know about and, if appropriate, have applied for and are getting. But a lot more resources have been put small businesses' way, hasn't it? What are some of the areas that you think small business should be looking at and taking up in terms of government resources?
Well, in the first instance, I'd say look after your own mental health, because as small businesses, and in particular micro businesses and sole traders, that's something that you often forget about. And we have some great resources out there. Just go to business.gov.au. Search for mental health and really just make sure you are looking after your mental health. But of course, there are other financial incentives that we have for small business. Know what's happening in your own particular state, because a lot of states are doing things for small business. We have obviously the cash flow boost for small businesses that employ people. The good news there is that as long as you register, that's money that goes directly back into your bank account. In terms of working with the banks are really prioritising those businesses that need to access finance so that they can pay their employees' wages for the purposes of the JobKeeper scheme. But we also have, as you know, the SME coronavirus small business guarantee. That's whereby the government provides that guarantee of up to 50% for new loans so that small businesses don't have to put up their house.
Kate Carnell, the Small Business Ombudsman, pointing out to big business, hey, pay your suppliers on time. Really important to do that. Cash flow is important. Don't use your small suppliers as your bank. Is that something you're reinforcing to government departments, both federal and state as well? Hey, let's pay our bills on time. That'll help small business.
Absolutely. Cash flow is king for small business, and quite frankly, it is unacceptable. And the Prime Minister and I have made this point time and time again. Unacceptable to use them as a bank. I also believe, though, David, government needs to lead by example. As of July last year, so almost 12 months ago, we've instituted a policy as a government. We will pay within 20 days or less contracts up to $1 million. But also I've now introduced into the Parliament a transparency scheme for the top 3,000 businesses in Australia, whereby they will actually have to report on their payment times to small business.
Michaelia Cash, really appreciate your time and all the help as well.
Great to be with you, David.
Up next, from paddock to plate to paddock to crate, how one regional business is adapting to the current economic crisis.